Hello,
Good morning, afternoon, or night.
and welcome to
Things we miss,
And Things We Definitely Do Not.
a podcast on anything and everything.
Today we have a special guest joining us in the studio today.
A longtime listener who is here to interview us, apparently.
But before we get into that very special guest, we have our latest installment of...
Am I the Today's question comes all the way from Florida.
Florida.
Dear Elias and Aiden, recently I felt that my partner and I have been drifting apart. I'm 28, female. He's 26, male. We've been dating on and off for 3 years now, only taking breaks for work-related reasons. When I was 26, I had a great job opportunity in another state, and we decided that long distance would not be fair to either of us.
She makes a great point there.
Our relationship has always felt strong, with neither of us giving a vibe of wanting out or being unhappy. Well, that's good.
Sounds too good.
Well, at dinner a few nights ago, he gets up to leave for the restroom. Our dinner had already been dropped off, so I didn't think anything of it. So a few minutes pass, and I figure he's just taking care of business. Then more minutes go by, and the waiter stops to ask how everything is tasting. Keep in mind, I've started because he's about to come out any minute now. I keep on eating, and it's around this time that I feel my phone vibrating. It's him.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
He explains that he was no longer interested in our relationship and was using the dinner as a way for him to get me out of the house, while his friends packed all of his belongings and moved him out of our apartment.
No way.
That's cold, even by my standards.
What does she do?
Hurt and furious, I cancel his Xbox Live account and ongoing car payments. I then call his parents, who I absolutely love and am now crushed to not have in my life anymore. I ugly cry to his mother, who consoles me for 20 minutes, while the other guests at the restaurant must think that somebody has died. His mother says that if he thinks he's coming back home, he has another thing coming. It turns out he had planned on crashing at his parents, who sent him off couch surfing for the next few weeks while he looked for a new place to live. And as he could not keep up with the car payments, it was repossessed. All of his friends call me a bitch and the devil now, so tell me, am I the here?
Absolutely not.
I think she has every right to cancel what she's chosen to pay for.
It's like relationship amenities. You don't expect it.
But it's nice.
Exactly.
I'm shocked by his level of selfishness.
Or the fact that he breaks up with her over the phone by telling her that he's moving out.
And not to expect him to come back to the table.
So who would be who in this scenario?
Who would be who in this situation? I don't think he could do that. No way Elias could just be a jerk like that.
I'd say the same about Aiden. He's not selfish. Unless it's him talking on here. Then yes, he can be a bit selfish with how much he talks.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. Because the way we met was unique, to say the least.
Let me set the scene.
There I was, retching from the night before. Too many...
Tacos. Aiden went to the wrong taqueria.
Right. So there I am, feeling minutes away from death, when all of a sudden all the alarms start going off.
I was in the middle of the most boring one-on-one sociology class, thinking that some jackass pulling the fire alarm as a prank was a saving grace, because I could have been doing more important things at 8:30 on a Tuesday night.
Right, so I'm able to gain some composure and clean my face up when all of a sudden I start hearing screams.
When the screaming did start, every student poured into that hallway, myself included. At first, everything seemed like a bad prank. Something you'd expect from a jackass in Johnny Knoxville, but when you see a zombie bite into someone's jugular, it gets real very quick.
So I peek my head out from the bathroom stall and I see this little freshman that's like a deer in headlights.
That's me.
So I call out to him and I wave him towards me.
And there we were, our backs against the door, listening to hell unfold outside.
Sometimes I still stay up because of those screams.
But we made it through the night.
And I still wasn't feeling good, so...
I sat through Aiden's puke fest for 2 hours straight. Honestly, I thought the people outside the bathroom had a better chance for survival.
I think you're laying it on a little thick there.
You didn't have to hear it.
We then run through 2 corridors of dead bodies strewn about.
A few of the undead just devouring each body.
We just had to make it through one more corridor and then we could just run to the parking lot.
But there she was.
Jillian.
Aiden's best friend since the 4th grade.
I just shut down and went straight into shock.
I remember at one point, it was like pulling dead weight.
I didn't even know what was going on until minutes later when Elias had to fill me in.
She sort of charged at us, and the only option I had was a fire extinguisher on the wall. Behind her. I had to slide past her just to grab it. By the time it was in my hands, she was almost on us. After I hit her the first time, I just kept swinging it into her, over and over, until finally, there.
I think our viewers have a gorgeous image painted in their heads.
Sorry, I just get carried away with the details. They fill back in once I remember.
So that must have brought you together.
I like to think that the shared trauma brought us together.
And tons of drama, but he's like my brother.
From another mother.
RuPaul?
Never that. The frackin'? So we're going to take a quick break here before we get into more of a Q&A with our guest here.
So sit back and relax.
And we'll be right back.
And that's break.